what's going on, guys and gals? Welcome to another Bad Business video. In today's Bad Business video, I have here the brand new Part 2 of the Part 2 World War II Weapon Pass. That is such a weird thing to say, but here we are, right? So today we have here a couple of different weapons, okay? I'm gonna go through each and every single one of these weapons for you all, and I'll get to the PPSH in just here in a second, okay? I know you guys are itching to see the PPSH. I get that, but we got to get these other few weapons a little bit of spotlight. So obviously we're gonna go do the bar first, okay? The bar is probably the most least exciting weapon coming out of this section, in my opinion. I was gonna say that the pistol was, but this pistol is a hand cannon, and I really love hand cannons, so we're gonna look at that in a bit. But right now, let's talk about the bar. So the bar doesn't have anything particularly to go crazy about, but we have to look at its unique attachments, being the barrels. All right, we have the extended barrel here that increases your range, increases bullet velocity, decreases mobility, and decreases ADS mobility. I'm also going to throw that on so you guys can go ahead and see what that looks like. Probably my favorite attachment out of them all, honestly, at least in the barrel section. I think it just looks sick. Next up, we have the short barrel here. The short barrel increases your mobility, increases your handling, decreases range, but has a sharper recoil ramp. Very interesting. And obviously, this is what the short barrel looks like right there, in case you were wondering. The heavy barrel decreases your max recoil, decreases your mobility, and decreases ADS speed. If you're wondering what that looks like, here it is as well. And lastly, but not the least, we have the tactical barrel. Delayed recoil ramp, decreased visual recoil, decreased vertical recoil, decreased handling, decreased damage at range. And that is what that looks like right there. Now, that is all the barrel conversions. Now we got to go over to the ammo types, okay? Because this is going to be interesting. So we have a shortened magazine. And if you go ahead and throw that on, you're only going to have 10 bullets, which is kind of weird because if you look at it, like the shortened magazine, just like it gets longer. I think that was a mistake. I don't know. That had to be a mistake. And then this is the extended, which is just, yeah, I mean, you get what I'm saying. It's the PTR. Things are bound to break. But whatever about that, all right? It's just the standard, ammo type on this thing. But we got to talk about the conversion, all right? The conversion is a ramp fire rate for this thing. Okay, so let me go ahead and throw that on, and we're going to take a look at that in game to show you guys the irons and stuff like that. This gun also does come with a bipod on the underbarrel, in case you were wondering. We also have some stocks here. We have wire stock. It increases your ADS mobility, increases swap speed, increases mobility, and also it comes at some couple cons here. Increased max recoil, increased horizontal recoil, and that's for wire stock, and that's what that looks like. We also have here the extended stock, decreased recoil, decreased camera shake. The cons are decreased mobility and decreased handling. Go ahead and throw that on so you guys can see what that looks like. Looks amazing. I probably love that one the most, honestly. I haven't even seen the rest of them. I just know I'm going to like that one the most. Tactical stock, decreased vertical recoil, decreased crouch and prone recoil, and increased crouch and prone accuracy. Pretty cool. The cons come at a decreased ADS mobility and decreased handling, and that is what the tactical stock looks like right there. Not too bad. And lastly, but not the least, we have here the minimal stock. It increases your mobility, increased ADS speed, increased camera shake, and increased recoil. All right, there we have it. So let's go ahead and go into the game so we can see the iron sights and also see the way this thing fires with an automatic. All right, these are the irons for it, and this is exactly how it fires when you have the auto. As you can see, it gets faster and faster and faster, which is pretty cool, I think. Wow, that's really fast. Whoa, here's the inspect for this thing. This is the reload on it. All right, very standard stuff here. Nothing to just go crazy. Obviously, right after the bar, we have here the MKVI Revolver. All right, this thing, I already know this thing's gonna be sick. I cannot wait to use this thing in the actual game. So real quick, let's go ahead and go over its attachments. Do we have any unique optics? No, we do not. Any unique lasers? No, we do not. Any unique muzzles? No, we do not. All standard stuff in there. But now we're gonna head over to the barrels, okay? The barrels has an extended barrel here. It increases your range, but also decreases your mobility, decreases your handling, and increases your kick on the weapon. Very interesting. Stubby barrel increases your mobility, increases your hip fire accuracy, decreased range, and increased ADS recoil, and decreased bullet velocity velocity. And then the short barrel increases your mobility, increases ADS speed, and decreases your recenter speed. Also gonna go ahead and show you guys the extended barrel that looks like. This is the stubby barrel, and this right here is the short barrel. All pretty nice. We also got a couple trigger attachments here. So we have the lightweight trigger, increases your fire rate, decreases hip fire accuracy, and reduced your recentering. We also have here the tactical trigger, faster weapon kick, reduced recenter speed, and then the heavy trigger that increases your recenter speed, slower weapon kick, and increased recoil. I'm gonna go ahead and just look a couple through these. Okay, it changes the color there, and it changes the style a little bit. All right, kind of cool. We also have a couple conversions, it's looking like. All right, so the .455 conversion ammo increases your damage on your headshots, slower damage drop off, increases your mobility, but it also decreases your effective range, decreases reload speed, and decreased fire rate. Very interesting. Then we have the .45 ACP conversion, which increases your hip fire accuracy, increased damage at range, decreased reload speed, and decreased fire rate. And it says here pinpoint automatic conversion, so I guess it's you have an automatic sort of thing for it, which is pretty cool, I think. An automatic revolver. I've never... Okay, I mean, whatever. That's cool. Oh, and we have a bayonet for this thing. Interesting. Wow. The description, I think it's so funny because it says pros, knife on gun, cons, attachment slot. That's pretty funny. We also have here a couple stocks. We have the wire stock. It slightly decreases your recoil and decreases hammer shake. That's what the wire stock looks like on it. We also have here the full stock, decreases your recoil, decreases weapon kick, and decreases ADS speed, and also decreases your mobility. That is what that looks like right there. We're gonna go ahead and hop in game real quick and test fire this weapon without any conversions or anything. This is how fast you can fire with this thing, normal with no conversions or anything like that. Seems pretty cool. That's the reload on it. Looks really sick. This is also the inspect. Really clean inspect on it. I really love that. That looks really nice. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the conversions on this. I really am interested in the auto. I'm obviously not gonna go through everything because I feel like you guys should also take a look at some of this stuff for yourself. Let's hop in here. As you can see, we're gonna go ahead and fire this thing. This is the automatic on it. I'm not pressing. I'm just gonna go ahead and hold it on. You guys can see it. Look, I'm just holding it, nothing pressing. There you guys have it. All right, that is how fast it shoots with the auto conversion. My opinion, not really the best thing in the world. I mean, it's okay. It's not the greatest though, but it's all right. And now for the moment of truth, the moment you've all been waiting for, which is none other than the PPSH. The most hyped up weapon in this pass is this machine gun right here, this SMG. Okay, so let's talk about it. So real quick, any new optics for this thing? No. All the same. Any new lasers? No, it's the same. Any new muzzles? No, it's the same. But now we are in the barrel section, okay? So we have here the first one up is going to be the Viper barrel. And this is what the Viper barrel looks like real quick. It also integrates suppression. As integrated suppression, increases damage at range, decreases your horizontal recoil, and increases your vertical recoil. Now, next up, we have here the tactical barrel. That's what that looks like. It increases your recoil control, muzzle compatibility as well, because you cannot put a muzzle on this thing regularly without this barrel. And it also decreases your handling. And it provides a integrated foregrip little thing here, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Next up, we have here is the heavy barrel. It increases your handling, decreases your hip fire accuracy, decreases recoil, and a restricted ADS. You're probably wondering, why is it going to have a restricted ADS? Well, if I put this thing on, as you can see, we got a chainsaw grip. Pretty awesome. So now we're gonna go ahead and hop over to probably my favorite and probably gonna be the one that I use the most, which is the extended barrel. That's what the extended barrel looks like. Really cool, really sleek, really clean. It increases your damage at range, decreases vertical recoil, increases your horizontal recoil, and decreases your mobility. For the ammo on this thing, we have here the classic 70 round drum magazine, which is amazing. I'm so happy about that. I also have to say that this thing, obviously, when you have any of these drum magazines, either the 70 or the 50 round, either or, they're always going to decrease your mobility and decrease your handling a little bit. But the thing about the 70 round drum mag, it also decreases your ADS mobility. That's the only difference between the two. But we also have here a conversion for this thing, which is the 7.63 conversion magazine. And what that does, basically, it increases your fire rate, decreases your recoil, but decreases your overall damage as well. Very interesting for those type of players who are going to play like that. Me personally probably won't. But now let's head over to the stocks, which is the last of the new things that come with the PSH here, or at least the unique things. The Invader stock, it increases your mobility but slightly increases your recoil control. So the cons that come with it, it decreases your handling and decreases your ADS speed. I'm going to go ahead and throw that on so you guys can see what that looks like. Looks kind of weird. We got here probably my favorite stock attachment in the entire game. I'm not going to lie to you. I just love the way this looks, which is the padded stock. Okay, this thing has decreased recoil, but also decreases your handling and decreases mobility. I don't care though, because I'm going to put this thing on no matter what the cons are, because look how sick this looks. That looks awesome. Next up, we have here the CQC stock, which decreases your horizontal recoil, increases your hip fire accuracy, while at the cons, it comes with an increased vertical recoil and decreased recoil control, and that's what the CQC stock looks like. Looks kind of weird. And last but not least, the combat stock. It increases your ADS mobility, increases your handling, increased overall recoil, and increased camera shake, which is that right there. I also know you guys are wondering on what this thing looks like in game, so let me go ahead and in game and just show you guys. This is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. This is what it reloads like, and this is what the inspect looks like on it as well. Personally, not the biggest fan of the inspect, I gotta say. Also, not a big fan of this view model when it comes to, like, I just hate the fact that my hand's in the way. I won't lie, like, that's a little bit of a bummer. But I guess overall, it's not too bad. Like, it could be worse if I'm honest. But yeah, that's basically the PPSH right there. I guess I can also show the conversion, see what it fires like real quick. Also probably throw on a drum mag so you have to see how long it's going to take to dump out a whole 70 round mag right there. That's how fast it fires with the conversion. Let me go ahead and throw on the 70 round drum mag real fast. It's not going to take too long. Throw that on right there. On to the game. Let's see how long it takes to dump out a full out mag. Oh my god, dude, this thing. Oh man, I'm so excited to use this in public servers. Look at all that bullets right there, dude. Very, very sick. Very, very sick. Also going to show off these skin zones on these weapons because I know that is something I did in my last video, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. These are the skin zones. So we have the main skin being red, so that's going to be your main slot, your secondary slot, which is the green, and then obviously your third slot, which is yellow right here. Gonna go ahead and randomize some attachments so you guys can see what this thing looks like with some random attachments real quick. See if you guys want to pick this thing up or not. I mean, regardless of how it looks or whatever, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are gonna pick this up. I mean, why wouldn't you? Next up we have here is the bar. All right, let me go ahead and clear up the attachments real quick. Let's throw on the skin zones so you guys can see the skin zones. Red obviously being the main, green being the secondary skin, and then the yellow being the third. You guys can see it right there. That's what that looks like. Let's go ahead into the attachments and start randomizing this thing so you can see what it looks like. All right, looks pretty cool, kind of weird looking some points, you know. Oh my, that was really weird. There was a camera on my gun. All right, so that is that. And finally, the last one here, which is the MKVI Revolver. Okay, let's throw on the gift wrap to see the skin zones. Obviously, once again, the last time I'll say it during this video, the red being the main, the green being the secondary, and the yellow being the third right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and randomize some attachments here so you guys can see what that looks like. Very, very clean gun overall, I'd say. I'm not mad. I'm really not that mad with this update. I think this update was kind of a success in my opinion. Really loving every single weapon in this gun. Really loving every single weapon in this pass. I'm not gonna lie. Even the FG42, which it's kind of a struggle to get gold right now, but for the most part, it's not too bad. It could be worse. But yeah, anyways, guys and gals, that is the part 2 of the World War II Part 2 pass. Wow, that is still super weird to say. But anyways, everyone, I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to all you beautiful, beautiful people on the next one. It's been wild. Peace.